Yeah, yeah, all I Now we're off a storm. Anyhow, going back to a different world. It's taking some away from a childish cycle.
Chỉ sống sâu bên tai thì dạo tim chưa sẽ lên rồi em bên tôi thì gần nơi đây xa yên bình hai ta lên dưới và trời tim tôi như thế nào hai đứa nhau theo đuổi cùng nhau treo những cái rồi cùng nhau treo những ngày cùng nhau treo những cái rồi cùng nhau treo cùng nhau treo
Bao nhiêu nhu cầu?
Dùng căng ở đây chỉ kẹt 20 g về cho nên hay là bạn ơi cái này vô bạn mua được một bộ skin cho nhỏ rồi lên tại đây mua nữa dẹp mo dẹp mót cái đó rồi dẹp phải dẹp kiệt nha kiếm bên đây không phải rồi đi ra đây ơi ơi mình lên luôn đi các bạn. Bây giờ là em 2 con người, em 3 con người, em 4 rồi các bạn cho lên em đặt hai cùng một bán lấy hết rồi. Bây giờ còn có cùng xì mặt không nè. Lên 2 rồi, bây giờ mình lên số 40 là đi. Mình lên số 40 mình có thằng này tiếp anh vòng nữa đúng không? Mình tất cả các em đều được lên.
What is up, guys? I just finished the placements on my unranked to diamond account. Most of the games were low silver, and I ended up in silver too. Basically, there are 5 really big things that I actually didn't realize that are super important to focus on when you're trying to carry your teammates, especially at lower ranks. And I won't have gone over this stuff before, I only just realized this stuff for myself. Like this video if you did, and you want some more, dislike it if you didn't, but let's jump straight in. The first thing is playing for the lane phase is way more important than I ever thought it was. There are actually a lot of reasons why. Like, first off, chances are that at least one of your teammates is likely going to have lost their lane, so you need to come out on top to balance that out. The other thing is just attitude and team morale. Like, people get so sad, they get defeated, angry when they're behind, even when they don't need to be, because they're afraid of losing. This actually affects how people play a ton. They make stupid decisions and justify it with, like, well, we're behind, so we're going to lose anyway. People give up and they just start to flame each other. I do not understand that attitude at all. But if we pick better lane champions and win our lane, then people are so much more positive, they're happy, they think we're going to win, so they try hard as much as they can. In Season 6 in general, it is easier to play with the lead anyway. The game is more snowball orientated and it's pretty easy to take towers. In the games where I was ahead, I could just run around the map and take towers almost for free. They were so much better quality to play, they were more fun to play, but when I picked something more late game or just played safer, it turned into more of a babysit simulator, trying to stop my teammates from fighting each other. So that is the first thing. If you want to win games and you want to climb faster, then it will be easier when you pick champions that win their lane. Second thing is you really should not rely on anyone else, or at least not expect anything from anyone else. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. There were a ton of times where I made a play that was obvious to me, that was good to me, but nobody else followed and it ended up going wrong or just nothing happened. I think this is actually something really big for climbing. This is something you really need to start doing. If you're going to make a play, you need to make sure that even if your teammates don't follow up, even if they do nothing, it's still going to work. Like, for example, if I start a fight bot lane, I need to make sure that even if my support doesn't follow me and does nothing, I'm still going to win it. Otherwise, I should not do it. That is the first half of it. Just don't do anything that you cannot do alone. The other half is just asking or telling your teammates to do something and then following them when they do it. If I said, like, okay, Thresh, can you go and hook this guy, and he does, then he's already done his part I needed him for, and now I can follow up on his play. That's the way you have to think about it. Can I do this by myself? If you can, go for it. If not, then you have to wait. Ask your team to do what you need them to do, like engage or whatever. If they do it, then follow up and fight. If they don't, then you just do nothing. Now this is a really big thing, because even for me, 2 of the games I lost in my placements were as Callista and Sivir, mainly because I was making plays using my ultimate and my team didn't want to follow me. You still want to do things, you still need to make plays, but you need to find situations where even if they don't follow up, you'll still come out on top, or at least not die. The best example I can give you is actually when I was playing Vayne. They had an Akali and I went in with my support. He had a pink ward, but he didn't use it, so I ended up dying. Yes, he needed to drop that pink ward and he should have done it, but it was my fault for relying on him using that pink so we could kill her. And in future that game, I always had a pink ward on me myself, so I could do it in the fights. The next one is kind of similar, actually. It will sound strange at first, okay, so bear with me, but just because you think you know the right or optimal play to make, that doesn't mean that it's actually what you should do. That is a kind of weird idea, I guess. Like, if you have the correct play, then surely logically you want to do it. The problem is not everybody listens, and sometimes people get salty and don't want to play as a team. This happened a ton in my games, in my losses, in my wins, but in one of my games in particular, our top laner wanted to split push, but our mid laner wouldn't group with us on the other side of the map because, and I quote here, "You can't tell me what to do, I will do whatever I want to." So apart from her having the biggest ego in the world, just because split pushing is actually the right play and it would work, because she didn't want to do it, it's not what you should do. If someone ever refuses to listen like that, you need to group around them so they can't get caught and they're around when a fight breaks out. Another really common example is Baron. I wanted to do Baron a lot in these games. Someone always goes to farm bot lane and it's an easy take, honestly. Sometimes my team would just say no, a lot of the time they just ignored me and farmed instead or recalled or whatever. Now instead of just starting the Baron anyway because it was the right play and I know it was the right play, I would just back off and not do it. This is another thing that happens all the time. People will push, but someone on the team isn't there. So yes, it is their fault that they aren't grouped with you, but it's your fault you still push knowing they aren't there. At the end of the day, okay, who cares who is right or wrong? You just want to win and get some LP. It's not a big dick competition, so instead of knowing you were right and being like, well, we've lost that because you didn't group, it's your fault, I'd just rather not lose in the first place. Fourth one is really big. If you only take one thing away from this video, please just let it be this. I think this is the most useful. Most people's attitude is to stop losing rather than to win, and that is the worst thing you can do. More specifically, instead of just playing around your strengths in the team and pushing where you have advantages, people panic about the lane who is losing and rush to help them. Yes, it is nice to help a losing lane, it's nice to be that guy, but in general, when you do that, you lose the leads you have gained on the map and come out even worse. Let me just run this down as an example to show you what I mean. So I had a Jax top who was getting destroyed by a Kali, like really hammered. My team's response was for our mid laner and our jungler to go top and try to help him. All this did was attract more attention. 3 people top means their jungler and their mid laner went top 2 and turned into a 3v3, which obviously we lost because Jax is a lot weaker than Akali. It's not just the 3v3 you're losing out on though. The other side is Morga's winning mid lane. After she started roaming top more, Zed came bot, he killed us a few times, he could roam for free and get free farm. What we should do in those situations is ask the top laner to sit under the tower and just create a lead in mid and bot lane to counter the lead the enemy has top. You need to play around your strong lanes, create an advantage there. All you do by grouping around the weak person is put yourself at a disadvantage. This is why you hear a lot of people saying not to gank the losing lane but to snowball the winning ones. More often than not, this is what will win you games. You get towers, you get kills, and remember, after like 3 deaths, the person isn't worth any gold, so it really doesn't matter as much as you think it does when they die. Basically, if you want to carry your teammates more, then group in lanes where teammates are winning. Take towers, win the rest of the map, and that will indirectly relieve pressure and give your weaker ones some global gold. The last thing is all about attitude. People are so salty, holy crap. As much as I hate to say it, this game is not just about how good you are at it, it's about your social skills and your attitude as well, especially at lower elo. You need to be the nice guy. You need to focus on something that is going well this game. Try to encourage, try to mediate, try to settle people down. It is really sad that you have to do this, honestly, but this is going to win you games. In one of my games, my jungler wanted to quit because he thought our mid laner was toxic. I talked him down, told him...
Blue team has scored an ace. Red team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed. Team's turret has been destroyed! The red team's inhibitor has been destroyed! The blue team has slain the dragon! everything's got an end. Red Team's turret has been destroyed. Red Team's turret has been destroyed.